just penises.
Oh.
He's past, but part of his collection, he owns Abe Lincoln's bloodstained collar. That's a bit of macabre history. Some leather from the car JFK was assassinated in, and Hermann Göring's cyanide capsule. So it's like
he
famous
was pretty morbid.
Yes. He did X-ray it and proved that it is indeed a penis.
Ha ha, so, French government.
He will not let people see it, though. Like, he'll let people see it, but he will not let people photograph it or film it. So, like, people can go there. Like, I watched this little video because I was trying to see, there's got to be a picture of this penis. And I found a replica that was made of it. So, like, there's a picture of a replica of what it looks like.
Someone made a replica
yes.
of his shriveled peen.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
They even replicated the case. Like it's in a little blue leather case, little box. You open it, it's cotton wool batting there, and the little peen is on top with a little piece of plexi or glass over the top of it. Yes.
And the box, my brain just went like, I wonder if there's like, adult toy companies that are like.
This would not give anybody pleasure.
Colin. Yeah, but I'm gonna say weird. Everyone's got their kink. People like everything, Margaret. Someone might really want that replicated. I'm just saying.
And they said that it is about 1.5 inches long.
Oh, well, it's shriveled. So
yeah.
I would hope that he didn't have a micro penis in
real
life.
They said that it was not extraordinary for the amount of lovers that he had. Those lovers had nothing to do with the size of what was in his pants.
No, it was for his power.
It was the size of his power and his empire. Yes. That's why he had all those lovers.
I mean, let's look at some people in our own times that had lots of people, and you're like, how the hell? It's because they had a lot of money or whatever, power and all that stuff. So
the previous president.
Then yes, we're not naming names.
List, even before he was president. It was like, if that man was not a billionaire, he would not have all of those hot Playboy bunnies all over.
No.
Would not happen.
None of those ladies would want anything to do with him.
Don't come at me, but it's true.
It's the truth.
If you like him or you don't like him, that is a fact. That man would not have
the facts.
All of the women he's had if he hadn't had money. Just saying.
100% facts.
100%. Because he doesn't seem to be a very nice person either, so it's definitely not his personality.
Not personality.
Hey, I'm not the biggest looker either, but you know what?
You're beautiful.
I love myself, and that's fine. And my husband thinks I'm beautiful, and that's all that matters.
Oh, God, Napoleon. I'll never think of him again, like any other way now. Like, I'll always think of his shriveled up shoelace.
Maltreated strip of
shoelace.
Leather shoelace.
Oh, leather. Yes, I guess it would be. Yeah, it wouldn't be cotton.
Nope.
Well, thank you for giving me insight to Napoleon I never knew.
The title of the book that I got this from was the same one as the Edgar Allan Poe story, and I'm going to get a lot of them out of here. I used other, this is just a little blurb, but it gave me the idea. And it's Rest in Pieces, The Curious Fates of Famous Corpses, and
that's fun.
It's by Bess Lovejoy, and there's lots of awesome information here that I had no idea about. I did not know that Napoleon's penis traveled all over the world.
I had no clue. No one's ever, I mean, I've heard of the Napoleon complex, and I think it's maybe they didn't want to say because he was short. They said he was little, but they really meant his peen was little. And no one really wanted to say that.
I will say soldiers know what other soldiers look like because they're usually all naked.
Yeah.
Especially back then. So the fact that they called him the Little Corporal.
Yeah.
And I think the British people are the ones that really mocked him for his height. But the British, as genetically, seem to be taller and thinner as a people. Where the French people and the Italian people are on the shorter side.
Right.
And there's nothing wrong with that. We like people of all sizes. But I think
all
that's what it was. Is a lot of it is back then he had a horrendous amount of power. And it made them nervous, so they would mock him because they knew it would make him mad.
Right, and he
different probably. Here.
I mean, he got a lot of power at a young age, and that can go to your head, and you could have like a big chip on your shoulder, and maybe think that
Mm-hmm. I mean, the fact that he was the second son and he was the head of the family tells you a lot about his personality.
Exactly.
He was very smart. He was very strategic. I mean, he read a lot. They said that's what he did a lot in his free time, is he would read books like on Roman, probably the driest pieces of paper you could ever read in your life. Right. But yeah, like I did, like I had fun researching this. I learned a lot more about the French Revolution than I remember learning in school.
God, I forgot all of it.
Right,
so.
And it's like they're talking about. I'm reading about it. I'm like, oh, I didn't know that happened. Huh. But we focus more. I mean, we learn about the French Revolution, but you barely touch on it. You know what I mean? And we learned more about American history. Even that was candy coated.
That was
some of it.
Yeah, that was like a bunch of propaganda, but whatever.
It was very well whitewashed.
Whitewashed, yes.
Yes, as much as people might hate that term, it's not a lie. But I mean, every country does it.
Yeah, you just think about like people that sports teams and anything else where people have allegiance to. They think that's the best. They think that they are better than everyone else, and it's just a human nature, I guess. I'm not a very competitive person, so it's not natural for me to really do that, but it is for a lot of people.
Yeah, so, for sure.
Whatever.
I've never really been into sports until I did roller. I wasn't part of the roller derby team, but I was on the official. I was a non-skating official for the local roller derby team quite a few years ago. We're talking like more than 8 years ago. It was before I had my second kid. And I didn't realize, like, I grew up in a house, it was all women and my dad. And my dad watches football and basketball. He's big football watcher. I hated it as a kid. I didn't understand it. I had no desire. It just was not something I wanted to sit and watch men pass a ball around. It's just boring, And my dad is one of those who he'll stand up and yell at the TV screen.
Yeah.
Like he yells and he screams and, oh, you damn ref, did you not see that? It was a fumble. Or, it's just like one of those, like, God, Dad's yelling at the TV again. And then I went to a roller derby game and I was standing up and yelling at the ref. And I'm like, holy shit, I'm my dad. Who knew?
Yeah.
It's got to give me the right sport.
Yeah, you gotta get the right. Yeah, I mean, with hockey, I love hockey and I get really anxious watching it. And but I'm like, if you think about how people like get so wrapped up in that competitiveness, it's the same with like your country. You know what I mean? Like it's the same kind of people have that mindset. It's almost like, no, this isn't a competition. We should be working together because it's not like there's a trophy at the end of this.
I had to put myself on mute because I had little knocks on my bedroom door.
That's all right.
Kids wanted to come and snuggle before bed. I'm like, I'm almost done.
Let's remind everyone about our save the date for AnchorCon in Clayton, August 20th and 21st. We're going to be there live in person, and we're a recorded episode.
Yes, and I think there's only room for 30 people.
Yes.
To watch, so keep that in mind. I'm not sure if it's a first come first serve type of thing, or if we're going to be able to give people tickets. I don't know how it's going to work.
We'll give you more information as it goes. I'm pretty sure it's first come first serve. However, when I went last year and just was a spectator, you could just walk into the rooms, and once the room was full, you couldn't get in. So I'm assuming they're doing the same this year, but I could be wrong. But we will have a table, so if you don't make it into our live recording, you can definitely come see us at the table. To get that information, you should really follow us on Facebook and Instagram because we're reposting about it on there. You also could follow us on TikTok and YouTube. We're on those two platforms. Also, you could message us through there if you ever have questions. But you also could share stuff at what, Margaret?
You could send us an email. Reach out to us. Let us know your spooky stories, a funny story. let us know what you think. If you have anything you want us to cover, you can send it to thecousinsweird@gmail.com.
If
you want to sponsor us,
oh yeah, that's it.
You can go to buymeacoffee.com/thecousinsweird, and that gets you special invitation to our Buy Me a Coffee group, and there's going to be special stuff there. We'll send you stuff in the mail. It's going to be cool. So
exclusive.
It's
just to our
patronage. Is that
yes.
Our patrons?
Patron.
It's not a Patreon, but you're a patron, if that makes sense.
Yes. So that's it. That's all we have to do for this week. We will sorry we're late. You know, life this week was a little too much, and we were late releasing, but you know, it happens.
It's because Colleen and I, we have a special day where we have set aside to record. We both work full time. We have kids and stuff. Colleen has a couple of side gigs that she does, and I have an almost full-time job, and I have a full-time job of being a mom. So, you know, it's been a busy week.
Yes, it has. But thank you for listening. We love you.
Yes, stay freaky, friends.
Bye.